Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
In this lesson, we're going to go over our very basic Hapkido kicks. We're going to break our kicks down into two parts, snapping kicks and pushing kicks. Our snapping kicks are going to chamber and load from our knee. Our push kicks are going to chamber and load from our glute. The first kick we're going to learn is the front kick. It's called the front kick because we kick to the front of us. So we're going to be able to do it off of either our back or our front foot, no problem. Big thing I want to keep in mind is that for the most part we're aiming towards the groin. So we're going to have our toes pointed downward, not up like this. So if we were striking the groin, we jam our toes, wouldn't really be an effective strike. That is what we're looking for. If we're bringing the kick up higher to kick the face, we're going to curl our toes up and strike the face. For today, we're going to keep it nice and simple and kick low. I'm going to break this kick down into 4 movements. Our chamber, where we bring the kick up and load it. The kick, rechamber, and putting our foot back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And all at once, we have a front kick. First, we're going to practice our front kick off our back leg in our 4 count. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to smooth it out. 1 full count. Throw the kick off our front leg. Do 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you notice for that kick and for all the kicks, I'm going to continue to have my hands up to protect my face and my torso. Our next kick is our half moon kick. It is exactly the same as the front kick, but it's turned in at an angle. So in order to get that angle, to push our hips over, we're going to need to take our base foot, which is the foot that stays on the ground, and rotate it from either straight, where it's at right now, to 45 degrees or even 90 degrees. So it looks like this. I'm bringing up my kick as if I'm doing a front kick. I'm pivoting my foot so that now it's 90 degrees away from where it started, and now I'm delivering this half moon kick. Instead of striking at the groin, now the half moon kicks could strike at the legs, inner thigh, ribs, and even the head, side of the head, if you can get it up that high. But again, let's not worry about that right now. So we're going to break this half moon kick down into 4 parts, just like we did with our front kick. We bring the kick up and chamber. As we chamber, make sure that the base foot has rotated about 90 degrees. We kick, rechamber, and plant the foot back. So we bring it up, rotate the foot, kick, rechamber, bring it back. Up, kick, back. Let's practice this kick in a 4 count movement and then smooth it out to a 1 count movement. Let's practice our 4 count movement off our front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 10 count off our back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now it's very important with all these kicks where I start pivoting my foot that I stay on the ball of my foot and not on the heel. Now, obviously we're not going to be up on our toes like ballerinas, but we need to try to be as much on the forward part of the foot as we can. So just practice bringing that foot up and pivoting on your ball of your foot. Now, our front kick and our half moon kick are great because they're really fast kicks, but they don't have a lot of power behind them. So now we're going to learn the roundhouse kick. For the roundhouse kick, I want you to think of it as a more powerful version of our half moon kick. So in order to get more power, we need to engage our hips more. And in order to do that, we have to pivot our foot even more. So the base foot, the foot that's not kicking, instead of landing at 90 degrees, is going to wind up at a full 180 when we throw the kick. So your toes should actually be pointing behind you. For right now, when we throw the kick, we're just going to visualize cleaning a table off in probably the most disrespectful way possible. Bringing the kick right along the table and back behind you. So all the way along the table, back behind. For this kick, we do like to have our hands up to protect our face, but it is okay if you want to bring your hands out as a counterbalance. Let's practice our roundhouse kick off our back leg a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to move on to our push kicks. Kicks where the main fulcrum is coming from our glutes or our hips. The first one we're going to do is our knee. For the knee, my toes are going to be pointed down, my leg is going to come up, and I'm going to push out. So I come up, push out, and come back down. If I'm visualizing my attacker is here, and I just bring my knee straight up, I'm probably going to miss my attacker entirely. If I just bring my knee out, I might hit them, but it's not going to have any power behind it. So we need to combine the two elements, bringing our knee up and pushing it out. Let's rep our knee a few times on our front leg and on our back leg. Starting with the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And off the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now with my hands, they're going to be up protecting my face still. We have a couple options. For right now, we're just going to pretend that we're grabbing the shoulder of our attacker and we're pulling them into the knee. The next kick we're going to learn is our back kick. For the back kick, we're going to pretend our attacker is behind us. The back kick looks like this. For this kick, we're going to focus on our back leg as our kicking leg. In order to chamber the kick, I need to bring it up in front of me, my knee up high, and my toes curled up towards my knee. So they're no longer pointed down like we've been doing with our other kicks. They're up. I'm then going to look behind me so I make sure I know what I'm attacking. And I'm going to push my kick out behind me. See that my toes are still flexed up towards my knee. They're not pointing out like this. Flexed up toward the knee. And then I plant the leg back. So it's still a 4-count move. Bring it up in chamber. 1. We extend the kick. 2. Bring it back. 3. And plant. 4. A lot lot of students seem to forget to chamber this kick. The chamber is very important, first of all, for getting power, but also for being able to kick an opponent directly behind us with a lot of force in a short distance. If our opponent is directly behind me and I try to throw the kick without chambering, that's all the power that I'm going to get. If I chamber the kick, I now have several feet between me and my attacker to add a little extra power to the kick. Let's practice our back kick, starting with our left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last kick we're going to learn in this section is our side kick. For our side kick, we need to chamber by turning our body 90 degrees away from where it started and loading our leg slightly behind our base knee. My toes, just like in the back kick, are curled up towards my knee. When I fire the kick, I'm essentially going to turn my body over a little bit more and throw a back kick. In order to do that, my base foot needs to rotate 180 degrees from where it first started. So it's 90 degrees from where it started now, another 90, throw the kick, bring it back, and restart. Just like most of the other kicks in this lesson, the side kick is a 4-count kick, but it's a little more technical. So we're going to break it down into all 4 parts and discuss as we go along. The first part of the side kick is the chamber. In order to chamber this kick, I need to lift my kicking leg up, rotate my base leg 90 degrees, so my body is now 90 degrees from where I started, and bring my kicking foot slightly past my base knee. So this knee, foot is slightly past it. My toes are still curled up towards my knee. To fire the kick, we're going to rotate another 90 degrees and fire basically a back kick. Rotate, fire back kick. I then rechamber and I bring my foot all the way back. To get a better understanding of what the chamber looks like, if I start here and this is my kicking foot, I bring it up and chamber. See how it's now past my knee on my base foot. I then fire the kick out by pivoting more with my base foot, firing the kick, rechamber, and plant my foot down. Let's practice the chamber a few times. Starting in our fighting stance. 1, and back down. 2, 3, 4. And switch feet. I'll show you off the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do a few reps of the entire kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7. That's all for our basic kicks for Hapkido. In the next section, we'll learn some much more advanced kicks and apply moving to our kicks as well.